Amazon's 2023 miniseries Daisy Jones and the Six transported viewers back to the 1970s with its incredibly authentic documentary style and catchy rock tunes, and the show was so believable that many viewers wondered if Daisy Jones and the Six were a real band. Based on the novel of the same name by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Daisy Jones and the Six focused on Riley Keough's Daisy Jones and her bandmates as they came to dominate the music scene in LA, gained global stardom and, ultimately, fell apart due to personality clashes and creative differences during their national tour. Everything about Daisy Jones and the Six felt real. Even though viewers knew the show was shot in the 2020s and starred contemporary actors like Keough and castmates Suki Waterhouse, Camila Morrone, Timothy Oliphant, and others, the story and band felt incredibly realistic. While it seemed that Daisy Jones and the Six could have been a real band from the 1970s, both they and their songs were fictional. However, there was a real band that inspired Daisy Jones and the Six, and their story has many similarities to the titular group in the Amazon Prime Video miniseries. Daisy Jones and the Six are based on Fleetwood Mac. The titular band has direct real-life inspirations. Daisy Jones and the Six weren't a real band, despite how authentic their story seemed in the show. However, there is a key reason their story felt so believable and that their music sounded somehow familiar to many viewers. Daisy Jones and the Six is heavily based on the rise and fall of Fleetwood Mac. Daisy Jones and the Six author Taylor Jenkins Reid, who wrote the novel the Amazon Prime Video miniseries is based on, has always been open about her inspiration being watching Fleetwood Mac performances. Like the titular group in Daisy Jones and the Six, Fleetwood Mac had an incredible journey as a band that featured many highs and lows, though this didn't stop them becoming known as one of the most influential rock groups of all time. While the lineup of Fleetwood Mac changed many times over the years, it was their lineup in the 1970s that many listeners know them for, and that most closely resembles the titular band in Daisy Jones and the Six. This lineup features Stevie Nicks on vocals, Lindsey Buckingham on guitar and vocals, Christine McVie on keyboards and vocals, John McVie on bass, and Mick Fleetwood on the drums. While not the original lineup, the 1970s-era Fleetwood Mac were responsible for the band's most successful albums, including the hugely influential Rumours released in 1977, which won the Grammy Award for Album of the Year in 1978 and remains one of the most highly selling albums in history. Fleetwood Mac has gone through many lineup changes in the years since, and took an extended hiatus. While they still continued into the 2010s, it was the band during the Rumours era that Daisy Jones and the Six is based on. What Daisy Jones and the Six has in common with Fleetwood Mac? The inspiration is obvious when given closer inspection. The band on the tour bus in Daisy Jones and the Six. Daisy Jones and the Six isn't a direct adaptation of the story of Fleetwood Mac. The miniseries isn't a biopic, the band is completely fictional, and there are many, many differences between the two. Fleetwood Mac also wasn't the only inspiration for the band in Daisy Jones and the Six, as Taylor Jenkins Reid has also been open about other 1970s groups and musicians, such as Bruce Springsteen and Joni Mitchell, also influencing her creative choices when crafting the story and the fictional band it focuses on. However, the main inspiration was Fleetwood Mac directly, and this goes not just for the sound and aesthetic of the band in Daisy Jones and the Six, but also the many interpersonal dramas and relationship fallouts that occurred in the plot of both the book and miniseries. This is perhaps most evident when comparing Fleetwood Mac's Rumours album and the fictional record released by Daisy Jones and the Six in the miniseries, titled Aurora. Both Rumours and Aurora heavily feature songs inspired by affairs and breakups. The most notable examples of these are Fleetwood Mac's Dreams, written by Stevie Nicks about the end of her relationship with Lindsey Buckingham, and Look at Us Now, Honeycomb, from Daisy Jones and the Six, a song written by the band but that is primarily based on Billy Dunn, Sam Claflin's, experiences with infidelity and addiction. The members of the band in Daisy Jones and the Six also parallel members of Fleetwood Mac during the Rumours era. Daisy Jones and her incredibly unique vocal style are heavily inspired by Stevie Nicks, for example. Billy Dunn, on the other hand, is clearly based on Fleetwood Mac guitarist and songwriter Lindsey Buckingham. The creative struggles and personality clashes of the fictional band also mirror the real one too, especially when it comes to Daisy Jones joining the band late and becoming the main focus, which mirrors the addition of Stevie Nicks to the lineup of Fleetwood Mac.